You are now tuned in to the LaFlair Lounge with your host, Big LaFlair.
You are watching a master at work.
What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Big LaFlair. Welcome to the LaFlair Lounge. With it now, we have sad news coming in the hip-hop industry. Irvin Domingo Lorenzo Jr., a.k.a. Irv Gotti, has passed away at the age of 54. We all know Irv Gotti as a record producer, a record executive who co-founded the record label Murder Inc. Records in 1998, which was basically like an imprint off of Def Jam. We know that he discovered Ja Rule, he discovered Ashanti, and they made major noise throughout the 2000s. One of the most notable things about Irv Gotti that everybody remembers is that he also, just like Ja Rule, used to run with Supreme, who ended up beefing with 50 Cent because of a disagreement that Fifth and Ja had. Supreme was investing in the label, which means 50 Cent coming at Ja Rule was hurting the pockets of Supreme, because at that particular time, this is not like us and things of that nature, beef messed up the business, which means it directly affected Supreme's pockets. Supreme would go outsource a shooter who would go shoot 50 Cent 9 times, where he miraculously survived and then came to fame on his own with his own music, and we know how that story goes, which led to a beef for literally over 20 to 25 years between Murder Inc. and 50 Cent, Irv Gotti spearing part of the beef. Now, it was reported a couple of days ago that Irv Gotti was on life support after having his second stroke in about 7 months. And 50 Cent would say, "Damn, homie, in high school, you was the man, homie. What the heck happened to you? I want Irv to get well so he can watch my next wave." And literally, as I was about to post this video, 50 Cent gave his official response to Irv Gotti passing away by smoking on hookah, saying, "Smoking on that Irv Gotti pack." Yeah, 50 Cent is out here moving like a YN. Actually, 50 Cent might have invented YNs now that we think about it. Like, is anything happening like the things that are happening these days if it isn't for 50 Cent? Whew, I hope nothing bad ever happens to him. Because the way people are going to celebrate that don't like him is going to be legendary. Now, my grandmother said, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. But apparently 50 Cent's grandmother told him, hey, if you don't got nothing to say it with a megaphone. Somebody told me that they don't believe in karma the other day. And when I look at people like 50 Cent, I honestly may start believing that karma isn't real, because it seems like bad things gonna happen to me if I talk like that. But for whatever reason, 50 gets away with talking the most trash. Now, Mr. Chester Molester Russell Simmons had chimed in, and he said some facts though. He said that, hey man, he tried to get Irv Gotti to come over with him, and he could guarantee 20 years of his life by giving him natural remedies to keep him in good health. He just wasn't able to make it in time. And he said that American food, lack of exercise, just poor health in general is what's doing it to us. I do believe that Irv Gotti had diabetes as well. So health is wealth, guys. Let's make sure that we protect ourselves. I know it's never too late to get yourself back in shape. Stop making excuses. Let's get it. Let's get our stuff together, man. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Now, for those who didn't see my LaFlair Lounge on the road video that I did, man, I ain't did one of those in a minute. I did a video earlier today about how 50 Cent is now coming for Big Meech. Now, 50 Cent is having an emotional breakdown, in my personal opinion, about Big Meech doing business with Rick Ross, who has been his internet online nemesis for about 15 years now. I told y'all earlier that there was a cross promo video that went around with Meech and Ross, and 50 Cent didn't like it. He then said, hey, you're a snitch, you're this, that, and the third. And my particular line of vision was, how can you come out and say all of this when you was working with the man? So are you a rat lover if you already knew what he was and then you decided to do business with him? It's only when you feel double crossed or you feel crossed that now you want to defame this man's character. Anyway, we knew Rick Ross was going to have something to say. he came out, and I kind of agree with the sentiment where he's saying it's emotional, man. Business cannot be personal. It is what it is. You don't hold the rights to Big Meech's life. You can't tell him who Big Meech can hang with. When Big Meech has been a boss his whole life, he was a boss when you were selling nickel dimes on the street, 50 Cent. He didn't grow up with you. He does not know you. He did not have any street dealings with you. So why is the business having street dealings? And really, is this even street dealings? This is an industry beef. Have Rick Ross and 50 Cent ever even seen each other in the past 15 years? Have they got into it? Did somebody die? Why is this beef really so big at this point? Well, Lil Meech, who would be stuck between a rock and a hard place, pause, would send a text to 50 man to man by saying, hey man, they just told me you unfollow me off Instagram and now you managing Skilla Baby with Rocket when I brought him around you. First when you didn't have a clue who he was. Now you mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only showed you love and loyalty and human. I go through my own shit, but I never switched up on you. F Ross. But he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season starts. This internet stuff is throwing me off, man. You know me in real life. Now that was very honorable by Lil Meech to address 50 man to man and say, hey man, I always had your back. But 50, being 50, decided to screenshot the text, post it, and say, what next season, little nigga? Now, sigh, man. 50 Cent to me is a character, man. He's a guy that does it for the gram. How can he expect loyalty when he has online displays of treacherous activity? In my personal opinion, he's not somebody that I would necessarily want to do business with. Yes, he knows how to do business, but he doesn't know how to separate it. You're mad now at Lil Meech because of what Big Meech did. You're ready to cancel a season, a productive season, because you're in your feelings that somebody is being friends with somebody you don't like. These are 50-year-old men. This is more like high school in my personal opinion, but that's just me. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man, down below. Do y'all think that 50 Cent is wrong for what he said against Irv Gotti? Should he just have been quiet? Did we really expect anything different? And how do we feel about him trying to expose Big Meech? Y'all let me know down below in the comments, man. Y'all been a little quiet in these comments lately, man. I want to know y'all opinions. What's going on, man? Let's get it. We out, baby. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We out. Pooh.
Big Just LaFleur.
It's him.